What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. Reality star Joseline Hernandez was arrested after a backstage brawl at the Floyd Mayweather fight. So, this fight, her fight, and the Mayweather fight happened last night. The Mayweather fight was between him and John Gotti III in Florida. So, if you guys are familiar with John Gotti, he is, or was, I should say, he passed away, but he was a notorious gangster. He was in the mafia and mafioso. His daughter, Victoria Gotti, she's still alive, and she actually had a show with her kids called Growing Up Gotti. And so it was one of her kids that was fighting Floyd Mayweather in Miami. And they're not the only ones that was fighting. So reality star Joseline Hernandez, according to People.com, was arrested this morning on 4 separate charges of her alleged involvement in Sunday's incident at the Florida Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida. And this was shown by the Broward County Sheriff's Office. So, footage of the altercation was obtained by TMZ, and this allegedly shows Hernandez, who's 36 years old, engaged in a fight with rapper Big Lex. And this led to charges of trespassing and battery. The outlet reports that the confrontation took place in the arena's back hallways. So it's not immediately clear if Joseline has entered pleas of the charges or retained an attorney to comment on her behalf. So in the video obtained by TMZ, one witness can be heard saying that Hernandez was fighting everybody. And she was, y'all, she was clocking everybody in the arena. I mean, not everybody, but she was definitely putting in work with several people in this back hallway. People were saying, hey, stop that girl. She's killing that girl. So in the video of the altercation, Hernandez is seen putting Big Lex in a headlock, which you guys can see right there in the picture on the right. And the chaos just ultimately leaving Big Lex topless. So she, had her top, actually lost it in the fight. TMZ reported that Joseline was visibly upset at the event after an unidentified woman threw a glass of water on her. So the Sunday night ticket between Mayweather and Gotti seemingly had everybody on edge as a separate brawl broke out in the ring in mid-competition. So it was multiple fights that night, last night. The New York Post reports that the fighters' management teams began throwing punches and shoving each other in the ring after Gotti appeared to disagree with holding a call from the referee. Ultimately, both fighters were escorted back to their locker rooms amidst the brawl before they were able to finish the fight. So a few things, right? Joseline is, someone who has been rewarded for her bad behavior and fighting throughout reality TV. So if you guys are watching College Hill, and I might make a separate video about that as well, she just got into an altercation with Amber Rose. They were at Alabama State University, and it's an HBCU, and they were in the African American Literature class. And so, Joseline turns to Amber and she's like, what the real problem is? Because Amber was talking about how she struggled with her identity growing up, biracial. And Joseline loves to provoke people, right? I mean, we saw that on Love and Marriage, or Love and Hip Hop, y'all. Oh my goodness, all these love shows. But we saw it with, Stevie J, and we saw it with just everybody really on Love and Hip Hop. And we saw it now with College Hill, because she actually got into it with her roommate, Parker Posey, who seems like the sweetest girl in the world. I mean, Joseline was mad that she had to share a room, and she's just a very, her personality to me just seems very volatile, right? And so she was provoking Amber, And she was calling her crybaby, you know, 'cause she was talking about her identity crisis. And Amber got up and she was pointing her finger in her face. And so Amber started swinging on her and started fighting her. And BET did not show it. BET Plus did not show it because they wanted to protect Alabama State University from the celebrities fighting. But here, you know, TMZ showed the fight, and Joseline was just back there, just punching, you know, random people, multiple people, and this was on the Zeus network, which she had her own cabaret show, and she was fighting people there. And so my my question is, I guess, because she's 36 years old. She's 36 years old. She's a mother. And at what point, you know, is she going to stop being rewarded for bad behavior? Because that's what happens, right? The thing that you reward is positively reinforced and people continue to do it. So she's been arrested, and hopefully I'm hopeful that this arrest will give her time to sit and reflect on her choices. Because I mean, if somebody throws water on you, you know, yeah, that's an issue. But instead of fighting that person, you know, she could have easily told security or someone to, you know, escort that person out. But I understand that Joseline, she doesn't seem to have the conflict resolution tools to make those sound decisions. She goes immediately to violence, which is unfortunate, you know. She reminds me a lot of Marlo. I just made a video recapping the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And, you know, Joseline talked about growing up, you know, poor in Puerto Rico and things like that. But I feel like she automatically turns to violence because that's what she knows. That's what she's been taught. But see, it comes a point where we have to unlearn a lot of the toxic behaviors that we might have been exposed to as children. Is it fair? No. Is it right? Absolutely not. But the onus is on us. Like once you reach adulthood, you have to learn to recognize your triggers. It's your responsibility to do your own healing work and to grow and to do that self-reflection. And I don't know, Joseline has money. Like I said, she's been rewarded for, you know, this violent behavior in the past on multiple TV shows, right? Her cabaret show, Love and Hip Hop, et cetera, right? College Hill. So she has the means. So hopefully she'll retain a good attorney. But also, I'm hoping that she will retain a really good therapist to unpack why she feels the need to attack people all the time, especially now that she's a mother, especially now that she's in her late 30s, right? There has to come a point of maturity where you grow as a person. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that news to you. You know, I'm trying to be consistent on my channel. Please be sure to like the channel and subscribe if you haven't done so already with the breaking news. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like I said, I really hope that she seeks the healing that she desperately needs, because you can't fight the world, even though she might have tried to at this Mayweather fight. You can't fight everybody. It has to come to a point where you got to stop swinging at everybody and take a look in the mirror and do some self-reflection. So I hope she does that. With that being said, I'm about to get out of here, aces, and I'll talk with you later. Take care. Bye.